You know what's up? It's your boy Steve, the rookie, Lake County Rideshare. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah. So in my last video, I said my next video would be who I follow, why I follow. But I also want to talk about something else: strategy. Um, Destination filters can be your best friend, guys, when it comes to doing rideshare. Um, destination filters, but also trip duration. Thankfully, as you guys saw in my video yesterday, I got my trip duration back finally, so that helps you strategize better as a driver. Using that and using destination modes, they help you become a more effective and a more efficient driver. Which leads me to my point of who I follow, why I follow. As you guys know, somebody made a comment on the McLovin video, the first one, part one. It looks like Team Geo, Team Bam, or something like that. Haters are in the house, something like that. So yeah, I mean, you could call me that if you want to. I take 90% of my advice from 3 people, I would say. And I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or anything. I mean, I have plenty of friends out here on the YouTube rideshare community. Obviously, I take my advice from Bam. No Limitation Rideshare, Geo, Rideshare Revolution, and last but not least is Uberman Tampa. He's in about an hour from my market. So yeah, I mean, if you want to call me that, whatever. I don't copycat everything they do, but when I started taking advice from those top three, there's more out there I take little tidbits from. That's when I started seeing my revenue go from $180 up to $600 a week, guys. And the biggest tips that I got were strategy. Matter of fact, I'll give you guys an example. I was on the phone with Bam. I think it was yesterday we were on the phone. It was either yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. Something like that. Doesn't matter. So one of the things that I learned was, when Uber tries to send you for a long trip, take it. Because you get that long pickup fee. So it is actually worth it. I don't personally like taking the long trips, but I forgot about that factor. Now with Lyft, you don't get that long pickup fee. So that's just one little piece. But strategy and stuff like that, that all came from, Geo. That came from Bam. Uberman Tampa has been a great help because he used to live in my market. He used to drive in my market. So he knows what areas are good areas, what areas are bad areas. Matter of fact, I had a Lyft scheduled pickup yesterday, and I actually sent it to him, said, what do you think? You think I should take this ride? Because it was taking me to an area that is pretty full of just crap. I mean, you're going to get low ratings and stuff like that. So I didn't do that trip. And it was just a question. It was like, man, what do you think? Do you think I should take this or not? It was like an $18 to $25 pay on Lyft, but still, And another piece of big advice that I take from Geo, Rideshare Revolution, and I'll go ahead and put all their channels at the bottom. You guys know who I follow. You guys know who I take my advice from. I've said it in many videos. Eating miles, guys. Eating miles is a terrible thing. You want to maximize... You can't maximize your earnings and your profits by eating miles, guys. Sometimes, unfortunately, in rideshare, we have to eat miles. So, for example... if I get a ride and I get to take them to some bad areas in Orlando, we'll just say Orange Blossom Trail, because there's nothing good that ever comes out of Orange Blossom Trail, and Uberman Tampa can vouch for that. Now, I don't expect you guys to understand or know these landmarks if you're not a Florida driver or an Orlando driver more specifically. I'm just making a point. So sometimes you got to eat miles to get back out of that area so you don't get these low ratings, false reports, etc. But let me give you an example on eating miles, okay? You see that? 406. Now, explain this trip to you real quick. And this is strategy, guys. This is about eating miles and stuff. I reset my odometer when I went online. I got a ping from the gas station across the street to go pick up somebody from a grocery store up the street. It was like 0.3 miles. And I went there. I waited 5 minutes. She didn't show up. Canceled the ride. Got my cancellation fee. I didn't want to sit in that parking lot, so I drove like 2 blocks down. Look at my trip meter. 0.8. Okay. So we don't eat miles. We try to avoid eating miles. Some cases, like I said, you do have to eat miles. But that is just a few things of why I take my advice from those guys. They make money. Okay, I take my advice from drivers, people that are behind a steering wheel driving. It's, you know, you may not like certain people. You may not like how they come across. But a lot of you forget how the people, you know, just, it's a northern thing. I don't know how else to really explain it to you guys. Don't get butthurt. I mean, it's, some of your, you know, I've seen comments in some of Geo's streams, comments. I've seen comments in some of Bam's. Man, your channel's really helped me maximize my earnings, because you can do it, but you have to know your market and you have to strategize. And if anybody has any questions on knowing your market or learning how to learn your market and strategy, feel free to email me if you're in the Orlando area, because that's the other point. You know, Geo, Bam, Chicago, Bam eventually will be back in New Orleans. Their markets are a lot different than my market, but it's the basic fundamental essentials that I'm talking about. It's not the, you know, oh, well, in Orlando, do this, do this. They can't provide that because they're not in this market. But they can take their knowledge of other ways to go about how you handle rideshare, same as you're in Tampa, and they can apply that and they can help you. So that's why I say it's real important that you guys take your advice from real drivers, not fakes. Okay, guys? Learn your markets and strategize. I'm helping a current driver right now. I'm not going to put out their name. New driver that's down South Florida. I can't really help him a lot with the particular areas where to go because I'm not in South Florida. But I can help him build strategy, times to go online, eating miles, just different topics, guys. It goes on and on and on. I don't want to make this video too long. We're already at 7 minutes. So that's the explanation for that. Call it like you want it. Call me a Geo cheerleader. Call me a Bam cheerleader. Call me an Uberman Tampa cheerleader. That's who I take my advice from, because that's the ones that have helped me make money. And they know it because I've told them many times. So that's all I got for this one, guys. As always, check the description below for more helpful, useful information. Keep doing your thing and making your money. Be smart, be safe, don't be stupid, and make sure you get your advice from real rideshare drivers. Questions, comments, concerns, drop a comment below or send me an email. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can. Until next time, keep moving, lifting, and gigging on. Later, guys.